There's a couple of stages. So if you haven't actually mapped your customer journey out, or want to create from scratch what's something that's good, there's a few key things you want to keep in mind when you're creating that. So at the top end, you'll always have awareness. So how's someone getting to know your business? How are you getting your message to them the first time? And then you want to point them to a way to, and this is all very abstract. So awareness, they're seeing you for the first time. You want to then make them, there's a way for them to engage. That might be, clicking onto your website, signing the form, interacting with maybe a low ticket item, or just you getting their contact information in some particular way. If you've got a lower ticket item, it could just be registering an interest, or liking a page, saying you want to hear more information about this. Nurture is once you've contacted that information, once you've got the contact information, you could call them, you could send them a couple of emails, you could actually enter their email into a custom audience and target them in a different way on Facebook. I'm going to show you how to do that in the afternoon. So they'll see in different ads. So once you've got them, they've taken action on your lead gen ad, now they're on the next stage. You want to then show them different ads to get them onto the next stage, which is ultimately a sale, and then post-purchase. It's all the stuff that comes after. So awareness, how they're getting to know you, engagement, what you're doing them to instigate them to take that first step, that call to action. Nurture, how you're building that trust, the credibility, then how you're getting them to buy. And I've got some examples here: organic posts, website articles, awareness campaigns, word of mouth, engagement, landing page, lead gen campaign, retargeting, email sequence, sale, post sale. I've got referral scheme, follow-up sequence, newsletter. So sometimes people might be like, oh, if you want to know about when we're launching new product lines, when we've got some discounts, give us your email, we'll let you know. And then map it out. So this is an example where prospect comes in and then beyond. And then what you want to mark at each stage is a conversion. So how many people, if someone's landed on the landing page, what's the percentage of people that are going through to the next stage? Then out of the people in your email list, what's the percentage of them that are going into the sales environment and then sale? And you can map this out. I tend to do it by quarter. So I'll have one where it's like last quarter, or you can have one per campaign. So in total, inside of business, if we've got a product we're selling, I'll do a complete sort of customer map, and then every single customer journey, and then map it out. But then per campaign, like if I'm running an event, if we've got like say a one-day training event in London, I'll know what each step in the journey looks like. So then you can decide how much you're going to spend marketing, what's that going to get you on the back end if all these conversions hold, and I'll show you what that looks like. So an example of this is, say if you've got 30% conversion rate, that can tend to be about right. That might seem low. So say if you've got 100 people landing on your landing page, only 30 people clicking through, it sounds quite drastic. You've already lost 70 people, but these will look different for you guys. And then say out of that, maybe only 5% actually click into your sales environment. I try to keep all my numbers very pragmatic when I'm like working it backwards. You don't want to like have something, oh yeah, 50% of people will click through that, and we'll find in practice as well, maybe on average 35% of people click through into and sign up and enter your email list. Maybe 8% of people go through from your email nurturing environment to your sales environment, and then maybe 30% go from your sales environment and convert into a sale. But then if you're it's not suppose like stress testing a deal. I do like just the case of worst case scenario. If this was maybe 30% instead of 35%, if this was 5% instead of 8%, if this was 25% instead of 30%. All these numbers are like, because they're adding on the same sort of the same figure, they're compounding, and so like one little tweak at the top is going to have a massive influx at the bottom. So all of them like down, it's if it works when you've got pragmatic numbers, then you're in a good position. So an example of that might be, say if you've got 1,000 people entering your landing page, 30% of them actually sign up to your email list. So you've got 300 people captured, 300 leads captured. This might be over a 3-month period, not just in like a space of a day. If you get 300 leads in a day, that'll be sound. Then from that 300, 10%, which is 30, enter your sales environment, and then from that 30, 7.5 convert into sales. So you've got 7.5. This might look pretty like, oh, it's gone from 1,000 to 7.5. Like that's not ideal. But when it comes, I'll show you what the numbers look like this, if depending on the price of your product, and how cheap it is to get people to actually land on your page for the first time. So let's say if you know the conversions in your business. So would you be able to say that when someone lands on your lands on your website, how many of them go into your email sequence, how many of them convert into sales? Do you have that data sort of to hand? I'd recommend getting it and then mapping out. That's one for just to make a note of.